Hey guys, it's the Delphine here, and this is the Ajoche recap series week 21. So after the kick of life last week, Ofun has finally confessed. She started by confessing and threatening the king, basically. It's like she has nothing else to lose, so might as well just get everything that's been on her chest all these years off of it. The only thing that really upsets me is that her slave girl, the only person that has been on her side through it all, Onyeje, the round-headed slave girl, has died. Yes, Onyeje is dead. So I really feel for Ofun. She's in a very trying time, you know. After all the evil that she has wrought, I guess if you sow evil, you will reap evil. But somehow there's just this, you kind of just feel for the villain of the show, if you know what I mean. Because we've gotten emotionally attached. She had a genuine reason to do all the things she did, even though you're not supposed to repay evil for evil. Anyway, Ofun has been placed in prison, and I'm warning all you writers, if you guys kill off this character, I promise you, I'm not watching this show anymore, because Ofun is the reason why we are all here. Let's be frank. Let's be honest, okay? About Elakeche, that one is still trying to learn how to fight for some reason. Okay, it's not for some reason, it's for good reason, because, I mean, if you've been hurt before, the next step to be to put systems in place that protect you, and for her, that is learning self-defense. But it took Eje a while to come around. He eventually did agree to teach her. He has finally started teaching her. But then Epe found out the heir to the throne, and he's not happy about it because he says it's an abomination. It's not something that is done in their kingdom, you know. So as heir to the throne, he has forbidden Eje from teaching Elakeche how to fight. Obviously, she's pissed. She's so angry. She storms into their training ground and challenges him. Obviously, he doesn't want to hit a woman, so he refused to fight her. And she carries the stick and she's poking him and threatening him and shouting and reeling obscenities, but he refuses and falls to the ground, and everybody's staring at him like, okay, so what next? She storms off. Meanwhile, at the palace, Princess Agbenu has been super kind to Elakeche. She brought her in, and she's currently staying in Princess Ene's former room, and she's supposed to be will I say, secondary healer in the palace and whatnot. She's supposed to learn the ways of the royal family, blah, 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 blah. Basically, they're just trying to give her an upper station in life. Let me just put it that way, so she'll forget all her sorrows and her problems. Well, let's see how that works out. Speaking of Princess Ene, we haven't seen much of her since she became princess in Ufam. I know that she's clashing with the prince's mother, because their ways are different from the Ufam people's ways. But I'm looking forward to seeing how her own story unfolds, because I know she's one who also wants to rule. She wants to be like Queen Amina. So maybe at some point she'll pick up a stake or a sword and learn to fight like Elakeche. But I'm looking forward to seeing that happen. Also, Alechenu is still in the bushes trailing the Abo boys. Yes, he's not having it easy at all, because those ones do not trust him for a second. They know that he's lying about something, but they just don't know what it is. So Alechenu told them that his name is Akajo and he's from Ufam, obviously for good reason, because he doesn't trust them either, but he can't be alone. He doesn't want to be alone, because he knows that if he's alone, he will lose his mind and he will die. So he just wants human company, basically. Anyway, so they gave him an ultimatum that the only way they can allow him stay with them is if he brings the head of a man. So Alechenu goes off on his own, and he's just searching, looking around, walking around aimlessly, and then he sees a guy who sits in the center of the bush. He's eating and drinking palm wine. He has a knife with him. That is, Alechenu has a knife with him, and he's thinking, he's having a crisis in his mind. He's thinking of whether or not to kill the guy. But then he's a good guy, so he decides against it. The guy slips off, he steals the guy's food and runs away. He eats the food, and then he looks around and then sees a grave. He digs up the grave, and then obviously took the head of the corpse in the grave and presented it to the Abo boys. They all laughed at him, because they're like, we asked you for the head of a man, we didn't ask you to go dig up a grave. And then Alechenu, being the smart boy that he is, he argues back, he retorts and says, you guys didn't tell me, give me specifics, you just said the head of a man. So I brought the head of a man. I didn't have to kill him because I found the head of a man, you know, which is pretty smart. And anyway, after plenty of discussion and arguments, Alechenu says there are 5 fighting men. That's the Abo girl inclusive. It's called a man here. And there's no point him joining as a 6th fighting person. What they need is actually a healer who can help them. And that was Unagi sense, brain, you know. And one of them tells him, oh, that actually makes sense, but I still don't trust you. Because you have some skills, we will let you stay with us, but I still don't trust you. Anyway, that's up for week 21. We are in week 22 now. A lot is happening already that I'm pretty excited for. I hope you guys enjoyed this recap. Until the next one,